We celebrated the birthday of my daughter Ekaterina. 25 years is a whole anniversary. I also had fun with the young people and had a great time. There were a lot of visitors. Then the guests left, and she and I remained in the kitchen, continuing to drink wine and leisurely talk about everything around us. Having gained a fair amount of energy, we moved on to the most pressing topic, discussing men. It was my daughter's husband who became the main subject of conversation. Her husband is a successful businessman with his head on his shoulders. But when it comes to cleaning and helping around the house, this is not at all about him. He did not allow his wife to work, sincerely believing that a woman's place was in the kitchen, and a man should earn money. At some point, Katka got completely drunk and got carried away. It was clear that her husband limited her in many ways, but at the same time allowed her quite a lot. At the same time, he often spoiled him and gave him expensive gifts. My stupid daughter apparently did not understand how lucky she was with her husband, and how terrible men really can be. Alcohol loosened the girl's tongue, and she began to discuss her husband's shortcomings in bed. Apparently, Katka forgot that she was not talking to her friend, but to her own mother. She had not looked at me for a long time, and her dull gaze was fixed on the table. You know what else is annoying? He constantly wants me. Morning, evening, night, at home, in the country, in bed, in the bathroom, and generally everywhere. And so often too. I was silent. I didn't know what to answer my daughter to such frankness. Katya rose from her seat and, swaying, walked into the bedroom. I went to the room that was supposed to be free. I saw Ivan there, and he, despite the large amount of alcohol he drank, was not going to sleep yet. I sat down on the sofa. He was engrossed in watching the film. To be honest, after what my daughter said, I looked at my son-in-law in a completely new way. Of course, he was attractive to me before as a man, but now, in a drunken state, all sorts of thoughts began to creep into my head about what he should be like in bed. Ivan was a large man with a strong build. After sitting next to him for about 5 minutes, I turned my gaze to the TV screen, and my eyes widened in surprise. My brother-in-law watched a rather explicit film about love. I decided to remain silent, but the alcohol I drank loosened my tongue, and I asked him, "I see you like such frank movies," I said with a smile. "Nothing special, but at least I'll admire beautiful women." The man was clearly dissatisfied with something. "What's the matter, Van?" "Well, how can I tell you without offending you? It's about Katka, or in me, or both of us." "Strange. Katya is so pretty, and you are just a handsome man." "Thank you. Of course. But apparently she and I are not suitable for each other. We're just not naturally suited. To put it bluntly, it's small for me." "Well, compared to you, certainly." I immediately stopped short, realizing that I had said too much when I was drunk. "What's the point?" answered the son-in-law. "Everything is so bad." "Yes, so much. So much so that I discuss problems with my wife with my own mother-in-law." "Well, we are adults. I understand you." "Is it true?" "Of course. I'm not ashamed of anything, but it's just somehow strange to have a conversation with you on such a topic." "Have you tried any remedies?" "Of course, we tried. It's just that if you saw the tool with me, then you definitely wouldn't have any unnecessary questions." "Well, then show me your instrument, or are you shy, eh?" "Yes, please." The son-in-law immediately fulfilled his promise. Sitting back, he looked at me with drunken eyes. My attention was focused elsewhere, and at one point it became difficult for me to sit still. I wanted to move closer to him. "Are you sure?" "I'm not surprised. I hope you don't cheat on my daughter with other girls." "You're kidding. I love her, and even if I wanted to change it, I couldn't. Where can I find one like this?" "You just need someone older, more experienced." "Yes. I'm not familiar with these people, or rather, there is one but." "What is the but?" "Getting closer to her may have some consequences." "Sure. No. Well, to be sure, you need to try it." "You're right. I will try." We both understood who we were talking about, and we just waited to see which of us would take the first step. So, I needed to support him. I began to slowly unbutton the buttons on my blouse, and the man, seeing that we were on the same wavelength, sat closer to me. I don't know how much time has passed, but when the man left to see my sleeping daughter, it was already getting light outside the window. I was in seventh heaven. In the morning, when everyone woke up, Vanya and I literally glowed with happiness. Katya, on the contrary, was sick with a hangover and looked rumpled. I was getting ready to go home. "Come and visit us more often," my daughter told me. "Thank you. And you can come to me too. By the way, Van, can you help me assemble the bedside table? I bought it a week ago and it's still in the box." "No question. I can drop by this evening with a wink," answered the son-in-law. Thank you for being with us. Give it a like, subscribe to our channel, and you will be the first to listen to another new story.